Alrighty, so let's try that again. Let's see if we can get our Facebook up live and operational. And let's see if we can also get our YouTube up live on the screen and operational. And we should be good to go. So let me verify everything again. So you got a peek into impromptu information for just a walkthrough. We've had some neighbors doing some crazy things out here, and we've also had a little bit of damage done to the property outside. So they were checking everywhere on the inside. Plus, we've also had tornadoes come into North Carolina, and so they just wanted to make sure that everything was good to go here inside of the house. And so you got an opportunity to hear all of that earlier if you were able to pop on quickly on the live. Funny, funny, funny. I hit mute on the Zoom, but I forgot that the mic was still open for the Facebook. So you got a little bit of everything. So let me see if I can actually check the page now to make sure that I do have volume. What's going on, Toccoa, Georgia in the house? What's going on, Talisha? So I'm checking now to make sure that I have volume. You got a little. Okay, so great. I have volume there on Facebook, and I have volume here on YouTube. So yep, we are good to go. Thank you guys so much for, still being available to kind of work with my schedule and hop on here at the 12:30 hour. I had no idea that that was going to happen like right at 12, and I was going to have to participate in the walkthrough. So that's absolutely fine. I am actually here at the offices of Cultivated Minds Enterprises LLC in Raleigh, North Carolina, house sitting for my business partner who is away in New York, taking care of family during this crisis. And because that is where she is located, her current property is here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and me being the sister and business partner that I am, I definitely am here to support and help her out. So we are here in her home office, making sure her property is secure, because in this crisis, people get crazy, things go crazy, crazy things happen. And so, thank God we have friends, we have sisters, we have business partners, we have family who will, come out and help us out as we need it. And so I had to come over and help out with that walkthrough, and for them to, walk the property and make sure that all of Stephanie's, her property is in good working order. So again, thank you guys for sticking and staying and being available. What's going on, Tyree? Good to see you as well. Thank you guys for hopping on to both the YouTube and the Facebook page and letting me know that things are on and popping, that you can be, that I can be heard and that you can see. So definitely pop in your city or state where you are chiming in from, be coachable, teachable, trainable, and engage and participate, ask questions and things like that. So the reason that, again, I am stuck on Facebook is because everybody knows what Facebook is. And it's so funny, even when I was speaking with the inspectors that were here, what they said when I mentioned LinkedIn was, what's that? So that lets you know that even a lot of people are unaware of the multiple social media platforms that are out here and what they can actually give or lend to people is in the way of value. Okay. And so I'm talking about Facebook right now because Facebook right now is actually throwing a tantrum, believe it or not. Facebook is actually throwing a tantrum. They are not a video platform. Facebook is a social media platform, and they are throwing a small tantrum right now. That's the dryer stopping. Okay. They are throwing a small tantrum right now because of, I guess, the bandwidth and a lot of the crowding or the influx or the mass use of Facebook that is going on, and they're limiting a lot of reach, they're limiting a lot of engagement, and that algorithm changes repeatedly. Okay, and because it changes repeatedly, a lot of times you can't keep up unless you're paying for your position on Facebook. And I don't necessarily suggest you do that when you're first starting out. I want to show you how to start your journey towards monetization using the most cost-effective method that is possible. And so if you're wondering who I am and who you're listening to and why I'm qualified to give this information, let me do go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Martina Britt Yelverton. Thank you again for coming and joining me, for following me on YouTube, for following me on my business page for Family First Designs. I am a brand master. I'm a cash flow queen. I'm an income strategist. I'm a Google My Business educator, and I'm also an ambassador with the Knightdale Chamber of Commerce. I have embarked on a new Forex trading opportunity as well. And so I am multitasking my hind parts off right now, just trying to make sure that I am taking advantage of a lot of the opportunity that is out here, especially right now while we're all afforded to the blessing of being able to be in our home, be with our families, even though it's a pain, even though it's a crux to your system, even though it's a crux to your schedule, even though it's literally a pain to be told to stay at home, even if it's for your safety. Right now, it's actually what you should be doing and how you should be moving and operating. What's going on, Carlos? So good to see you. And also here over on YouTube, I'm unavailable to see who you are unless you begin to comment. So I do see that there are people watching. I'm so glad to have you all here watching, but I can't greet you unless you make a comment and I can see who it is. But I'm glad that you're here and I'm glad that you're watching. Continue to watch. I have literally been blessed to be able to help people. All right. My daily goal is to brand you, and I'll talk about what branding is briefly, to educate you and to help you, ultimately to help you leave a legacy, but most importantly, to educate you and to help you. When I brand people, the reason that I brand them is to help give them a professional face. A lot of times people don't understand why they're business opportunity or why their product or service or why their knowledge base or value videos are actually not doing as well as they feel they should. Most times it's because you're actually inconsistent or you don't have a consistent or a continuous or a professional face. And people see you as who they know you as, who they grew up with, who it was that they first came in contact with. They don't see the evolution of your journey, right? And when they begin to see the evolution of your journey through your brand, then they can begin to perceive you differently and honestly take you more seriously. So that is one of the reasons that you need to brand as well. Number one, you need to be consistent. Number two, you need to be professional. And number three, you still need to be authentically you. However, you need to be a little bit more polished. So I hope that helps you understand the brand you mindset. And I have become a master at helping polished people, make them more consistent and putting out whatever their authentic or their valuable piece of intellectual property is. Okay. I have also been referred to as your go-to girl for simplified graphics. And I make sure that these are graphics that you can manage yourself. So with my 12-year history of helping churches and ministries, startups, small corporations, home-based business owners, but more importantly, here in the last 4 years, the network marketing industry representatives, associates, and independent business operators, I've been able to help people. But trust this and listen to this very closely. I only help people who want help. Okay. So what's going on, Joseph? What's going on, Jaylee? Good to see both of you. I only help people who want help. Okay. So if you are in need of the help that I've been blessed to offer, then you can have a look around my store site. That's bit.ly/BrandMaster Blueprints. I'll type that in. bit.ly/BrandMaster Blueprints. When you go here or you click the About section or the Bio section here, you're available to see my actual bio, my link. You can determine who I am, what I do, whether or not it works for you, and whether or not it is something that you are actually in need of. And if you find you're actually in need of it, click on the link, go for it, and get the information, okay? I help people who want help. And today I am discussing with you guys how to start your Facebook journey towards monetization. Facebook's algorithm is a pain, okay? And if you don't know or you don't understand how to use it, it will drive you mad, okay? So one of the things that I talk to people about as far as trying to create something organic, I put a T in there, y'all, about something organic versus using paid ads or paid boost posts or anything like that is to literally become consistent first. Become consistent, become branded, become professional, but still remain authentically you, and ask for the engagement. Okay. So you may have little to no friends or followers. You may have a lot of friends or followers, and you may be actually getting the exact same result. And that deals a lot with your consistency. What's going on, Daryl? So good to see you. That deals a lot with your consistency. So these are my thoughts on Thursday for today, helping you guys understand how to navigate this journey and get yourself to monetization if you're going to use Facebook through consistency. So if you're going to jot anything down and you're going to take notes, and the first thing you need to know is you need to be consistent. What's going on, Terry? You need to be consistent, right? Yes, you do need to get professionally branded, but let's start just with consistency first, all right? And then you have to determine even where it is that you're going to be consistent at. Are you going to use a page? Are you going to use a profile? Are you going to target the use of groups? Or are you going to create a group for yourself? On Monday, I actually gave you a quick overview of all of these. We tried to do a little bit of that on Wednesday as well, just giving you a general idea of what this platform is about. However, the best way to start your Facebook journey towards monetization is to become consistent, okay? One of the things that I show you guys is that consistently on my YouTube channel, I am generally on each Monday through Friday around 12:30 today, but around 12, giving you guys valuable information, giving you guys value videos, helping you understand how to utilize this platform. And one of the things that you have to understand is it takes time. This is not an overnight journey. It takes consistency. And if you are not going to consistently utilize simplified techniques that I teach you, then it's not going to work. You're wasting your time. And I definitely do not want you guys to do that. Also, you have to determine in all of this, not only are you going to be consistent, are you going to be repetitive? So some of you guys have hopped on after I introduced myself. My name is Martina Britt Yelverton. I'm a brand master, a cash flow queen, and income strategist, a Google My Business educator, and ambassador with the Knightdale Chamber of Commerce. And I'm also a new Forex trader. So if you're wondering why I'm here or why you should listen to this information, it's because I help people. I help people who want help. And if you're in need of understanding how to start your journey on Facebook today and make some money, then stick and stay and pay attention to the information that I'm giving you. So that is a very brief overview bio, and you repeat it throughout your lives, okay? So if you're hopping on Facebook and you're going live, make sure that there's some things that you have in place. So grab your notebooks, grab your pens and paper, and make sure that you are jotting this information down. Consistency, you should already have written down. Getting branded, you should already have written down, okay? Making sure that you understand the platform, how to use the platform. You should have that written down. So today we're talking about Facebook. You need to know that there's a difference between a Facebook page, a Facebook profile, and a Facebook group, right? There's also Messenger that is available through Facebook, and you can market through Messenger as well. You can market through messenger.com, or you can market through facebook.com and actually clicking on the Messenger icon. There are two different ways to utilize Messenger. A lot of people don't realize that as well. Obviously, you can also use it on your mobile or your tablet device as well, okay? So the bottom line is be consistent, get branded, figure out who in the world you are, what platform you're going to use, know how to use the platform, then determine which area of the platform you're going to use. Are you going to use a page, a profile, or a group? Are you going to create a group, or are you going to market in other groups, right? Are you going to create your own business page, or are you going to market from your profile to other business pages, right? There are levels to this. And you need to know that. You need to determine how it is that you're actually going to move and you're going to operate, okay? So that's important. Understanding what it is, creating your plan prior to. So one of the things I want to pull up on my end, I don't know if I'm going to be able to flip it and show it on your end because there's some private sensitive client information in it. And let's see. Here is the list. I'm going to see if what I can do is just snapshot the two windows and then explain that, and that I can show. So here we go. All right, here we go. Great. I can snapshot this little area here with my snipping tool. All right, and then I can pull that over here so you guys can see that. All right, so let's cover up the conflicting background colors. It may cover them up, it may not. All right, so let me see if you guys can see it on the screen. All right, great. I see that you can see it on YouTube, and I do see that you can see it on Facebook as well. All right, so this is one of the private consultations that I was holding, and because we were inside Messenger, and I don't know if you realize this, but you can colorize your Messenger to ensure that you're speaking with the various individuals that you're trying to speak with, and not mix conversations. Even though, guys, I still end up mixing conversations, even though I have each individual color coded a little of the difference. Okay. And yes, we were having some technical difficulties earlier. I popped on, I had to walk the property, so I had to pop off. I thought I had it muted, didn't realize the property walk was going to take as long as it did. And so I had to shut it down and to come back. Okay. So what you're looking at, and thank you for inquiring, I appreciate that. So what you're looking at here on the screen is actually a private consultation that I was holding, and I was holding it in Messenger just because the person had pinged me and they were a little bit frustrated with understanding how to switch the direction of their group. They had a very small group and they weren't seeing a lot of activity and not really understanding why. Well, one of the reasons that they were having a bit of frustration inside of the group is because there was a small number in the group and there was no clear defined reason for the group. All right. And so the first thing I wanted to inform that client that they needed to do was, first and foremost, they needed to make an announcement in the group of their intentions. Okay. So if you have a group, and I'll use my group as an example, when you come over to the Learn, Lead, and Level Up group, there is no doubt of the reason that you are in the group. All right. When you come over to the Learn, Lead, and Level Up group, the first thing that you are going to see is the image at the top. This is the BrandMaster Elite Group Coaching, the Learn, Lead, and Level Up group. I am the BrandMaster and educator for the group. I am the individual sharing the group with you. So when you first come over here, you know exactly what the group is about. You see that who I am, you see I am the BrandMaster, you see my various logos. These are the different areas that I teach and train and talk about. You see all of that instantaneously. So your view, Talisha and Regina and Cheryl, all of you, your view may be a little bit different, but pretty much this is what the group looks like. The first thing that I have on here is the welcome post to welcome you to the group and let you know these are the posts that you should immediately be aware of. This is what you should immediately expect. Okay. So I'm the person who's going to give you this teaching and this training. You should expect these things right here. I introduce myself, say what the purpose of the group is, and then I let them know what we're doing in the group. In addition to that, I explain to them what their immediate steps should be. I highly suggest that they follow this plan so they can get the most out of the group. This is where the announcements are. Here's a welcome video that's up. Daily and weekly lives will be XYZ location. I will try and get them pressed into the group. Like today, I didn't share it into the group. So after I finish up, I'll go share the link into the group so they'll know, hey, this is what I talked about today on the business page. Then I also let them know that there is a search box. So if they know that they're coming in here to find out information about logo design, click the box and type in logo design. It will take you inside of the group to where I've given you detailed information on logo design. This is a very clear plan for what my intentions are for the group, right? And then I move into navigating them by a bit.ly link inside of this post. Boom, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, and week 7. This will take them directly to the unit that they are looking for. So again, I have set my intentions quite clear for the group. All right. The next thing, create a plan for the group and write your steps down. The first thing that you have to understand, you cannot go from the East Coast to the West Coast or vice versa without GPS, a blueprint, an atlas, something. You need something. You need some kind of plan for how you're trying to get from point A to point B. It just is what it is. And if you don't write it down, you never know what you could end up running into. And you never know what you may not remember in haste what your next move should be. So if you're not going to write the plan for your next steps, you're not going to be able to figure out what your direction is for monetization on any platform, let alone Facebook. Okay. And then begin to use the plan that you created with sharing your content consistently. Like that word consistency and being consistent will drive you batty. My group, my BrandMaster coaching clients will tell you, I harp on writing the plan and being consistent, okay? Because it's crucially important. People don't want to follow people that don't seem like they have it together, that don't know what they're doing, that's all over the place, no clue. They don't want to be a part of chaos. We're living in chaos right now, and we're forced to be a part of it. People don't want to be a part of chaos. They need some type of routine and order. Yes, us creative bugs pop all out of character when we're put into a box, but that's our nature. But still, even a person who enjoys or thrives off of a routine still loves some form of order when it comes to chaos. Okay. And that may not make sense. It sounded right in my head, so I still said it. Okay. So again, that's one of the things that I was letting them know, that these are the first three things that they need to do. And then I went back in, I gave them the option to see in our group where an announcement was made of our intentions. That's not only place you can make an announcement of your intentions. Okay. Also, you have the description area over here. So even in the description area, these are your intentions for the group. Okay. These are your plans or your thoughts or your ideas or your intention for your group. You can put it in the description. You can also set up a specific activity that they have to do when they get ready to join the group. So in moderating the group, I hope I'm clicking on the right one. It seems to be moving very slow. Let's see if I can get it from here. Okay, so in moderating the group, again, it's not going. Okay, y'all see me clicking on this button, right? And y'all see it's not going. Okay, there we go. All right. And also in moderating the group, you can actually set up questions that have to be asked when a person asks to come into the group. And that's another way you can set your intention for the group. And I probably need to eventually put up group rules, but I pretty much say it in my description. Don't come in here marketing your other business, because that's not what this group is for. Don't come in here putting your posts and things up, because that's not what this group is for. And even if you do put it up, I have it set so they delete before anybody else in the group can even see them. So I'm not really worried about that. But again, those are my intentions for the group. You should set that up for the group. This is another way that you can determine how you're going to monetize. Now, me, myself, I offer this group training to everybody for 30 days free. All right. After 30 days, it is a $19 monthly subscription. You can stay or you can leave, totally up to you. But if you go to bit.ly/free LLL up access, that's learn, lead, and level up access, then you'll be able to come into this group and get 30 days worth of free coaching, right? After that, the $19 subscription will kick in. Either you can stay or you can leave. I also request that you sign a non-disclosure agreement. Like, I'm trying to get that automated, so as soon as you hit this button, this immediately comes to you. I'm still working those kinks out with Adobe. They don't want to be my friend right now, but I'll get it done. But the bottom line is, those are my intentions for the group. Again, make an announcement, give them your intentions, create a plan for the group. So in number 2, helping my client understand, I broke down even more here about what I meant by create a plan. And y'all know, anytime I coach and teach and train, I coach and teach and train using the 5 W's. It keeps me consistent, but it also keeps me organized. It also helps me stay within my confined time, because there aren't but so many different ways I can talk to you about who I am. There are only so many different ways I can say, hey, my name is Martina Britt Yelverton. I am a brand master. I'm a cash flow queen. I'm an income strategist. I'm a Google My Business educator, and I am an ambassador with the Knightdale Chamber of Commerce. I'm also a new Forex trainer. There's only so many different ways that I can determine a who, right? You could also focus on who's in the group. Hey, we have some awesome members. We have some MLMers. We have some home-based business owners. We have some W-2 employees. We have some grandparents. We have some brand new millennials. Who's in the group. There are only so many different ways you can determine the who. and it keeps you confined, right? I said, this is what you need to do in creating your plan. Who is it that you want in the group? Who is currently in the group? Who are you looking for to target for the group? There's only but so many different who's that you can figure out with regard to the group. Again, you're creating a plan for your group by paying attention to who's in the group, who you want to come to the group, or who you want to target that may help you even market the group, right? What's the purpose of the group? The purpose of the group for you, the person giving the information, or what's the purpose of the group for the people receiving the information? You have to determine what's the purpose of the group. How to get more people into the group. That's a how. How meaning, how are you going to find new people? Are you going to go to your friends list and just invite everybody to the group? Are you actually going to put up some posts on a public post on other people's page? How are you going to get people into the group? All right. Again, where are you looking for those people to come from? What are you going to give them once they get into the group? When will you post to deliver content to them inside of the group? And what to give them after they get to the group. So what are you going to give them to get them to come into the group? Once they're in the group, what are you going to give them while they're in the group? And again, how consistent are you going to be with the posts that you give them? Again, these are all the things that you need to determine before you decide, hey, yeah, I'm going to start a journey on Facebook and I'm going to monetize this group. These are things that you need to know and understand before you start a group. Again, this individual had a small group and they were frustrated because they weren't seeing activity in the group. Trust and believe, my aces and my squads that are on here will tell you, I even get frustrated with my group because I'm putting out information, but I'm putting out information based on questions that are coming in. I don't even know if the people who are coming into the group or who are in the group need the value that I'm giving, because I have people who are not in the group asking these questions, and I'm giving the people in the group access to the answers, whether it's video access, post access, document access. I'm giving them access, but I'm not 100% sure if that is something that you need as a person who's in the group. So trust me, I get frustrated sometimes with the group as well, because why? I'm a passionate person who wants to help. And if you don't ask the question, I can't give the answer. And that gets frustrating. So luckily I have people who do ask questions, and I'm available to deliver information to the group to get, answers out of me, to get that value out of me. But again, if you don't know what it is you're trying to do on Facebook, whether it's in a page, profile, or a group, you are wasting time. You must create a plan first. You must create a plan, because also, how are you going to document or watch the manifestation of that money if you have no earthly idea what triggered it? Like Mr. Townsend, Mr. Edward Townsend, Houston Financial Wall Street Movement founder and Wealth Creator Change founder, says out his mouth, duplicate the results. Duplicate the results. And I want to get you guys to really understand what he means by that, okay? And I hope I'm saying that right, because it kind of triggered me kind of odd when he first said it, duplicate the results. Is that really what he's meaning? So I'm just going to go verify. Yes, duplicate the results, not the activity. I catch myself all the time because, of course, we want results, right? And you would think the actual statement would be duplicate the activity that caused the results. No. You want to duplicate the results. And the reason you want to duplicate the results is because if you know what the activity was that caused the result, then you'll do that activity again and again. You don't want to just duplicate the activity and there's no result. That means you're consistently doing something that does not work, i.e., I was consistently posting on my profile, and the only thing I was getting was a bunch of love from people who had already bought products from me. The result of that was, if I wanted to get more accolades and more high fives and more shares of love, then I could continue to duplicate that particular result if I wanted to, but that's not making me any more money. It made me the initial money. So I had to say, okay, great. This is proof of concept. Me delivering value works. Here is proof of concept. Everybody loves what I do. Now, how do I get to the other people who have no earthly idea what it is that I do? It's time for me to duplicate it's time for me to create a new activity so I can get a new result so I can then duplicate that result. That is one of the best ways you will be able to determine how to monetize and make money on your Facebook journey, your YouTube journey, your LinkedIn journey, your Instagram journey, your Pinterest journey, your Twitter journey, whatever your journey is. But first, you have to start with consistency. You have to start with branding, being authentically you, and creating a plan. I hope I have beat that horse dead. I hope you guys have gotten some value out of that and it makes sense and it's given you an idea of how you need to start your journey. I have a book that will be releasing soon, not referring to the Amazon published book that just released 30 days, but I have another book that will be releasing soon. It's called The 30-Day Brand. I also have a book that will be releasing soon that deals with youth lifestyle training, and it's going to be 7 days towards a 7-figure income. That one literally is dealing with showing people how to create 7 steps with hiring their kids in business to get to a 7-figure income. Now, in addition to that, I'll be releasing the 30-day brand, how to literally build your brand in 30 days or less, right? And generate, monetize. I haven't figured out what the big number that I'm going to put on that is, but obviously I have to be able to tell people how having and creating a 30-day brand will make them money. When I release that, it will take you 30 days or 30 steps, depending on how quickly you get through it, to literally have a profitable brand online, right? When that releases, I'm hoping you guys will take the opportunity to implement the simplified steps in it. It makes no sense to create a plan and you get the plan and you don't follow the plan, right? You must actually implement, execute. You must actually do the activity in order to see the manifestation of the money. All right. So again, I've given you some really good information on today. I hope you guys have taken notes. I hope you have jotted something down and that you are going to move and do something with it today. We're living in some crazy times right now, and you need to take the opportunity to actually capitalize upon what's going on and move and use it and do something today. So if you're catching the replay, I appreciate you dropping in your city and state where you are actually located from. I hope that you will be coachable, teachable, trainable, and that you will populate a 2 for catching the replay and populating your city and state. I hope that you will follow the directive and the information that has been given to you inside of this value video, that you will actually get out of yourself and get moving towards your journey on monetization. I look forward to talking with you tomorrow, Friday, around 12:30. Eastern Standard Time, where we will be talking about freedom, financial freedom. I don't know. I'll figure out some cliche or some good way to bring about, what we're going through right now. But free, we were talking about free software. We would talk about freedom use of Facebook, but it's going to be geared towards Facebook because we've taken this week to talk about Facebook from different aspects. And again, if you have questions, please drop those questions because I will be more than excited to go live and give you value. Thank you for your time on today. To your success, my name is Martina Britt Yelverton, brand master and founder of Family First Designs, your brand ambassador and your always be marketing online entrepreneur. I'll talk to you guys really, really soon.